Good afternoon, everyone. As you can see, today I am introducing you Rio Limo from Aquafin. Have you tried it yet? No? Well, visit today our Aquafin booth at the Freedom Stage and try this unique lemonade made from wastewater. It is now available in 2 exciting flavors. And you know what the best part is? It is 100% circular, and it's completely free.
Whoa, Birte, what are you doing? What are you doing? We are Aquafin. We don't make lemonade. We treat household wastewater. You should know that with washing machines. Step aside. Sorry about this. Sorry. Welcome, everybody. We are from Aquafin. Okay, in Flanders, there are 7 million people. You all use water. And once you've used the water for washing machines, or toilets, or bathrooms, or showers, you flush it down the drain. And that's where Aquafin steps in. About 7,000 kilometers of piping through this system. It's transported to our wastewater treatment plant. And there is some sort of biological cleaning process. And then the water is clean, and the clean water goes back to nature, in the streams, the rivers. And there, our major clients, the fish, they love swimming in it. So Aquafin, it's not drinking water. It's certainly no lemonade. I even made this great movie about it. I sent it to you last week. So, to conclude our presentation, Aquafin treats household wastewater. We're not making lemonade, and we're certainly not giving anything away for free today.
But Glenn, you don't understand. When it comes to circular processes, Aquafin is exactly the right company. Let me explain you. As you said, we treat wastewater. You can see that here on the left, but we do so much more than that. As you can also see on the left, we aim for a living environment in harmony with water. We try to incorporate both water and nature into our solutions. So we call them blue-green solutions. And this helps us to increase climate resilience in Flanders. And that's not all. As you can see on the right, we also strive towards circularity. You know, we try to incorporate resource recovery into our processes, and we also produce sustainable energy. Can you see?
Still, lemonade and giving things away for free. As the CFO of this company, I don't think there's a sustainable business case in that. Sorry.
But Glenn, this lemonade is 100% circular, so it has almost no environmental costs. And no cost means it's free. Right?
Circularity sounds like something we would do, but still, I wasn't informed about this. Sorry. Honestly, I still don't get it.
Let me explain you from the very beginning. So, as you told, the wastewater is coming into our wastewater treatment plants. And there, we treat it through a process, a biological process, that we have borrowed from nature. We put in billions of small animals and bacteria, as you can see.
This one I know. They informed me about this one. He's great. There are billions of them. They are my favorite employees. They work day, night, weekends. They develop themselves. You don't need to pay them, so it's great. You only need to feed them from time to time. How did you call this one again?
I call him Floppy. Oh. Yes. And Floppy and his other bacteria friends, they are put into the wastewater, and there they eat all the pollutants. We have pollutants like nitrogen and phosphorus in the water, and the animals and the bacteria that are put in, they eat the pollutants. It's like a big dinner for Floppy and his friends. So once they've eaten enough, we take them out, as you could see in the movie, and then the water is purified. It is not drinkable, as you said, but it has a perfect quality for surface water. The fish just love to swim in it.
Yeah, that's what I explained to the people. That's
Yeah,
what
but wait. I'm not finished yet. This treated wastewater we then send to our partner Aquafin. Aquafin is a drinking water company at the Belgian coast. And they treat this water, they upgrade it into drinking water. They've been doing it for 20 years already, and they use membranes to take everything out, so it's perfectly clean. And this drinking water is then sent to the lemonade producer. He is adding some flavors, some lemons, fruit, and then you have the lemonade, Rio Limo. You understand?
I still don't see how this is circular or why this should be for free.
What do you do when you drink lemonade? What do you do when you drink a lot of lemonade? Indeed, you go to the toilet.
And that's where we pick it up again to the treatment plant, and it's for free.
Now you got it. Indeed, this is a circular water. And this is not all. You see, wastewater is not waste. It's full of resources. You can do millions of things with it. Let me give you another example. We had this wastewater treatment plant, and we put it in the little animals and the bacteria, and they have eaten the pollutants. So Flappy had a dinner, and they've eaten nitrogen, phosphorus, but the sludge, the bacteria, they also grow and grow, so at some point there are just too many of them. And at that point, we have to take part of them out and get rid of them. But they have stored all these pollutants, which are also resources, they have stored them inside. So before we get rid of them, we try to extract these pollutants and recover them. Let me give you an example. We do this, for example, with phosphorus. Phosphorus is a nutrient for plants. Plants need it to grow. So it's also stored in the plants that we eat. And if you eat plants, you have the phosphorus in your body, but it's not fully utilized by our body. So part of it comes out and goes into the toilet, it goes back into the wastewater treatment plant, it's eaten by Fluffy, and yeah, it comes into the sludge and we can recover it again.
Oh, that's why we are building this huge state-of-the-art incineration plant. Yeah, we're building this incinerator and it will process almost 2/3 of all the sludge that we can recover. And so we can keep all the phosphorus and try to reuse it. You know, I've read about this phosphorus thing. I think, you know where it comes from? Still today, most of phosphorus comes from mining activities, like from Morocco, or the US, or China, or even Russia. And still today, it's cheaper to mine it all the way over there, transport it by boats, all the way over here again. It's cheaper to do it that way than to try to recover it here locally. So what we're trying to do, we only need to find now a business case so we can recover the phosphorus locally, and then we can avoid all of these transports.
That's great. And then we can use this phosphorus as a fertilizer for the lemons to grow, to make our lemonade.
This lemonade idea is not so stupid after all, I think. It's even one of more brilliant ideas, I must say. But I can have brilliant ideas as well, you know. Oh, yeah, got one. You remember the one you call Flappy and the professionals call sludge? So in this sludge, as I told, you don't need to pay them, but you need to feed them from time to time. What do we feed these animals? We feed them sugar. Sugar, concentrate sugar, and it costs a lot of money. So if we want to avoid this money, I think the guys from the lemonade factory, they'll have tons of lemon waste, and there'll be sugar in it. So if I can get the guys from the lemonade factory to give us their sugary waste, we can feed the Flappy, he'll be happy, and we'll save like tons of money. I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna call him right now.
Okay. I didn't expect him to become that enthusiastic in such a short time. Great, I think. You know, it's always the same with these finance guys. When you have a great idea, an innovative idea, you have to explain it over and over and over again. And as long as there is no financial profit, they just don't seem to understand. It's so hard to convince them. They do not understand that sometimes you just have to take a risk for a very cool idea. You feel that the forward is the way to go towards sustainability and circularity. But then from the point that they see some small financial profit, there is no way of stopping them anymore.
Fixed it. Done deal.
Okay.
I call the guys, and he's gonna send us all of his sugary waste. He said something about that it's not very homogeneous and it would be a variable composition. Our technicians would need to be a bit more alert or something, but they'll understand. It's for circularity, it's for fluffy, and it's for free. So yeah, they'll do it. But I drove a hard bargain. I said to the guys, I'll only accept your free waste if you transport it to our plants in an environmentally friendly way. That's what Aquafin is about, because I've got another idea for that as well. So the sludge, as you explained, they're full of sugar and organics, and sometimes there are just too many of them. You need to get rid of them. And as they're full of organics, we could kind of cook them at 30, 35 degrees.
You mean we do a biodigestion process? Like in the eggs next to the highway in Antwerp, you know them?
The biodigestion process. So we have these cooking pots, we cook them at 30, 35 degrees, and then they get there'll be raw biogas that is formed. And today, this raw biogas, we transform it into electricity, green electricity, which is a very good thing, but it's still transforming a high-value energy source as gas into a lower one as electricity. So raw biogas is just a combination of natural gas and CO2. So if we filter out the CO2, it becomes natural gas, and then we can inject it on the gas grid.
Oh, and people can use it at home for heating and for cooking.
Exactly. We already have one of these units operational, and there are 4 more being built as we speak. And so once these 5 are operational, we'll be able to provide green gas to over 8,000 households in Flanders. But that's what I want. I don't want to use it for that now, because once you've got natural gas, if you compress it, you can get compressed natural gas, or CNG. And the trucks from the guy from the lemonade factory, they drive on CNG. So if we give them our green gas, the transport will be free as well.
And we have another circle closed.
Exactly. And that's what we like to do at Aquafin. We close circles. We close the water circle. So as I explained in the beginning, we started with a wastewater treatment plant. We transported it. We upgraded to, the drinking water company upgraded it to drinking water. And then it was made to the lemonade factory. Great lemonade, by the way. And then it all comes back to our wastewater treatment plant. So we close the water circle.
Wow. Do you have like a nice circle to close?
Yeah, this one.
Oh, cool. And we closed even more circles. You see, we also closed energy and resource circles. Let me recap from the beginning. We closed the water circle today with the lemonade, as you explained. We also recovered phosphorus as a fertilizer for the lemons. Then we recovered a sugar-rich waste from the lemons to keep our process up and running. And last but not least, we also extracted biogas to drive the trucks. So that makes 4 circles closed.
Fantastic. You've got me convinced with lemonade. I'm going to get one of those t-shirts. Sorry.
There. You see, wastewater is not waste at all. The options of what you can do with it are infinite. There are so many circles to close. And that is what we like to do at Aquafin. We close circles. We do not treat wastewater as waste. We treat it as a resource. So we all invite you to visit our Aquafin booth at the Freedom Stage to taste this very tasty lemonade. It is tasty and it's 100% circular.
And it's free.
Okay, Birte, Glenn, thanks for sharing your story. You close circles. Making lemonade from wastewater. I can imagine that in the very beginning, and it's clear in your story, it starts as a crazy idea. Yeah? I have a question about that. How do you ensure that an organization like Aquafin is a creative breeding ground for crazy ideas? How do you ensure that it's a creative culture?
Yeah, and that's very difficult because you're a big organization with the basic mission of cleaning wastewater and giving it back to nature. And so to get this innovation in our DNA, we've had on the one side for a long time R&D, as Birte is one of our R&D engineers, where they develop and get the ideas. And we create a separate innovation department where it's really focusing on getting these R&D ideas and other ideas into a feasible business case. And as we don't believe that you can invent everything yourself, we also created now a subsidiary, Accelerator, and from there on we invest in small startups who have innovative ideas in the water sector. So that's how we try to really, on all fronts, invest in innovation. That's how we can remain relevant.
Interesting. Birte, can you add something to that? How is it for you to work in for Aquafin? Is it a creative environment?
It's a very creative environment. I think within the R&D department, we work on so many topics and we try to keep up with all kind of challenges that Aquafin might meet in the near or the further future. So yeah, it's very broad and yeah, you can learn a lot.
Okay, thank you, Birte and Glenn. Give them a hand.
Thank you.